What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck. This is Xtreme Gainz. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Let's talk AMC. AMC, the Algo exposed update. We're sitting all right now. Today, kind of crazy, right? For the Xtreme Gainz family, for those of you that were in the live stream, man, that was one of the better ones that we've had. Especially considering we were down 10.75% going into close and going into after hours. The vibe and the attitude, just everything, man. And I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to preach on this. I'm going to continue to say it. If you prepare for everything, you're surprised by nothing. And that's what we've done. I showed you guys some things. Everybody's spirits were up today regardless. We talked about the market conditions, the market sentiment. The Fed spoke today, right? We saw a reaction to that, to the inflation, being obviously longer than, to recover. I mean, come on, we knew this. This is all the setup. And listen, for those of you that are new, I say this a lot too. Go back and look at the videos that I've put out leading up to this for market sentiment conditions and how a true negative beta stock reacts to a market correction, a broader market correction and crash. Go check out the video on Dollar Tree and SPY 2008, 2009 and AMC SPY currently and see what it was that Dollar Tree did. Look at all that and see how that negative beta reacts, that long-term negative beta reacts under those conditions, right? Now, I've said this in the stream today, and I truly feel this way. I feel like we are closer, or AMC is closer to a squeeze and to getting a good move to the upside and having some coverage of the short positions done. We're closer to that at $20 or $22 than we were at $50 for obvious reasons, right? I think the lower this goes, it opens up all kinds of possibilities. Everybody's accumulating more. We're buying the dip. I bought today. I know a bunch of people in the stream bought today. So a shit ton of people are buying. And it's going to make the shorts who are in at at 40 and 50, they're going to start looking at each other, wondering if this is the time, especially with the broader market doing what it's doing. And it could be on the verge of its correction, which I do believe it is, and or a crash. I believe we'll get a bounce, maybe even a double bottom. I transposed the 0809 SPY on SPY. Check that video out. You'll see everything I'm talking about. If you're not amped up about it like everybody in the live stream was today, you will be after you watch that video and grasp the concept of what potentially that could mean for these stocks. AMC, GameStop, BBIG, all the ones that are heavily shorted, Sundial, Clove, you name it, all of them. Nokia, BlackBerry, BBBY, all them. So with that being said, I think that added to everybody's mindset today. And I think it speaks volumes when you can have, hundreds, if not thousands in and out today. I know it was thousands. I just looked, it was like almost 3,000 people in and out today. People together leaving a live stream after watching something like today and feeling good about it, right? It speaks volumes, and that's the loudest thing we can do, right? So I appreciated that as one being here doing this with you guys, and man, it's awesome to see. So anyways, enough chit chat. I talk enough as it is. I'm long-winded as it is. Let's dive into this. I want to show you a few different things here, and we're going to concentrate on AMC right now, tonight at all. Okay, so in front of you is the macro daily. I really wanted the macro 4-hour, but I made a video already and I didn't like it, so I deleted it and I'm redoing this. Okay, this is the macro 4-hour, and to the left, is the micro. Now, the micro macro comparison video that I put out. This is a different one, obviously, right? The other one did not extend itself down this far. like this far, right? Like this one's displaying. However, it is still valid right now because, like I said in the last video, it's not, it hasn't come down parallel yet for a double bottom. It's still on, you know, right here, we're still on an uptrend type slant, right? If we get down in here that's, you know, close to parallel, I think it's going to invalidate the other one. So being the way I am, I had already had one ready. I've been searching. I told you guys this. I've been documenting these things. I believe there's indicators within. I'm still digging into all that, but so I went back and I just had to go back a little bit because I think that wherever this happens, where they converge and pass, where micro or the head of the snake passes the macro, and then that's when it starts to follow, is somewhere close to where we're at now from what I'm gathering, which is why I feel convicted about this, right? But anyways, this one here was one step back from the one that we were in the first video that I put out about it. Excuse me. So this one here, and I believe this one almost kind of resembles a little better, right? And it's followed by a W and a parabolic move, right? We got a box top, got the pull down, parabolic move, or W, parabolic move, right? And there, you could even consider this a W and then a dissolve into another one down, but it's one big one with a W and then the parabolic. However, I just want to point these out. I want to walk you through this real quick and show you this one. I want you to just keep it in mind. Again, the other one's still valid, but I feel good about this one too. So either way, and this is what it is. This is what TA is. If one doesn't work, you go look for another one. These are fractals that exist throughout the entire chart, and that's what I'm doing. I've gathered them all up, and I'm looking through them, and I'm marking them, marking their spot. Just a lot I'm doing. I don't even want to get into it. I just want to show you this. All right. Shut up, Chuck. Just show us. I know. All right, here we go. So here it is, right? We're down in. Here's our M. Here's our M. All right, we come up. There's our parabolic move. Was I on the 1 hour? Yeah. I think I was on the 1 hour. The one I want to show you. Yes, I was on this one. I want to show you the 1 hour. Yep. Okay, here we are. The M, right? The parabolic move. The M, the parabolic move. We have this little, we have the little hitch here, and the little hitch here. And we come up, we have our box top. We come up, we have our box top. We have this big swoop here, but not a big one, but we have a swoop here, right? Then we come down into here, come up again right here, right? Like this. We come down in, make the rejection, which here was the second rejection. This one's a little lower, but nonetheless. And then we have the move down, right? And then we have the move down. So, and then here, like I showed you before I even started, we have the W and then the parabolic move, right? Which would lend itself to the double bottom scenario, right? To have another double right here, like we did here. Get this other double here like this, and then hopefully a parabolic move up. So I believe this one kind of resembles a little bit better. Again, this is just up a little bit from where the other one's up just a little bit from this one as far as where it would be right here, right? Prior to, well, I guess it'd be right here, prior to its move here. So again, I'm looking at both, but I wanted to show you this and again show you how similar they are. And there's a ton of them in this chart. Literally, the entire chart's littered with this fractal shape. So I'm working that all out. As soon as I put it all together, you'll have it. I promise. Just wanted to bring it to your attention, show you that I'm still tracking, show you that there's this resemblance to it. Okay. So that's that. We'll zoom out here to the daily. I want to point this out before we go in and do some fun stuff with that bars indicator. This is the mega macro look, I guess the overhead macro look, right? We're in the megaphone structure that's housing all of this year's movements, okay? It's a very, it's a rare structure. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's a known structure, so, and it's obviously working, and I'm going to show you why. So this is on the daily, and you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6 touch points on the megaphone support, signaling a not only a trend, but a very strong support, right? And then what do we have after every touch? One touch, parabolic move up to the resistance. One touch, upside move. One touch, small upside move. One touch, upside move. One touch, upside move, one touch. After every single touch of this support, we get an upside move. Another good indicator, right? Then, on top of that, another good indicator for an upside move. This is what I'm getting at. So then we zoom in, right? I've talked about the confluence of support. If you don't know what that is, it's when two or more supports converge on one place and create this support, right? And in the 7-year to 7-month fractal comparison from prior to the January run-up, that's where this was here, the same location, the same megaphone structure that it was inside, the same mid-descending wedge that it was in, and the same potential double-double that's inside of here all happened in this one that's potentially happening here. And it had a confluence of support right here where they all met. There has not been one of these since this one until now. I have no conviction on this January 13th date. None whatsoever. That's what it says. I know you can't see it under here, under this line. That's what it is, January 13th. I have no conviction on that date. If the bottom, right, and this is a big if, because this confluence can move if this bottom moves, right? But if this bottom, with this wick down a little further than these, right? So I put it there. If this was just a liquidity rake like I've talked about, and this ends up being our bottom because it hit off of the support, so I'm going to put it there at the wick, or just shy of the support. If that ends up being it, I would expect this to give us, can I close that? A double bot, another double here, right? Right here. With the second one being right here at the confluence of support, and potentially getting our move up, whether it be parabolic or a grind or whatever, up out of here. Okay, that's in this double bottom scenario what I'm looking for with the confluence of support. Well, with any of the double bottom, to be honest with you. I'm going to show you both of them. I'm going to transpose both fractals on. So this is one fractal that I've been tracking for this entire time, literally months, even prior to me even doing all this YouTube stuff, but this is what we've been tracking as far as being in Xtreme Gainz in the YouTube. I've been putting this out and displaying this and talking about it since then. Again, context. Go back to the videos. Do yourself that favor. It will make a difference, I promise. Especially in the live streams, you guys. It's hard for me to really have to break everything down in its entirety to each and every person that hasn't watched the videos when we got a slew of people in there that have. And we're talking about other things. So do us all that favor. And if you're going to be hanging out, educate yourself on where we're all at mentally with all this stuff so that you can be there with us too. Go watch those videos, and it would help me. So I would appreciate that big time. And I believe it'll be super valuable for you as well. So anyways, that's the confluence, okay? Showed you all the positive outlooks on our location within the megaphone, within the descending. Okay. What I want to point out as well, too, from a mega, everything I'm showing you today is macro, okay? I showed you the micro-macro comparison just to show you that, but everything I'm showing you today is macro because that's what seems to be lining up here, okay, for the time being. So we're reviewing all that. Man, my mouth, I talk way too much today. All right. Excuse me again. This is where this came from, right? This is from IPO, from the time AMC IPO'd until the January run-up of 2021. This is the fractal that I've extracted the movements from that I've been tracking in this fractal, in this fractal right here. But as you can see, and I don't have all the descending wedges drawn in here, but they're here, right? There's one here in this fractal because this is the other fractal I'm using, and I'll show you in a minute. Here's the other descending wedge. There's one in here. Right, but we have 4 descending wedges, 3 box tops, and then we have the double confluence of support, boom, in a 7-year descending macro descending wedge, a 7-month macro descending wedge, and the confluence. I think I said the confluence, and the megaphone that it's in back then as well. Right, it's in a megaphone now, macro descending wedge. It's got the 3 box tops. It's got the 4 descending wedges that are inside of the macro, and it's got the confluence of support coming up. Everything's really lining up with this kind of look, right? It's lining up. Almost scary that it's lining up so well. So, again, I prepare for everything, so there's no bias here for me. I will be. I'm kind of paranoid by nature, just because of my previous lives that I lived, and I will be looking into every angle. I can promise you that. And those that know me will tell you the same. You will get every angle from me. Okay, so that's all that macro stuff. Now we go in here. This is the only other micro thing I'm going to show you. This is the box top. How about that? For the live stream people, for the subs that were all in there today, how about that, right? This is every day, y'all. This is every day. I do this every day. Supports, resistance to the T, right? Calling out these, calling out the box tops, calling out the next move down, and calling out the W's. Like, you guys, for those of you that just got to see this for the first time today, intraday, I do this most days. Some days I don't, but the video I put out last night, at the end of the video, I showed the box top method that I have coined and named and created myself, and it's something that I've used for more than a year. It never fails. It never fails, and you can use it on micro and macro when you have an algorithm that are printing out these box tops followed by the W's. You can use this method on it. This algorithm, and I showed you in the other video, GameStop, and there's a few more, all are running under the same printout, if you will, algorithm from a charting standpoint, or aspect. So you can use this on all of them, and it works on all of them. And yeah, so listen, those of you that saw this or that see this, I would love for y'all to comment in the comments of this video what you think or what you saw or how you felt about all that taking place. And for those of you that have used this, right, that maybe watched the video last night, I know a few of you were in the live stream. I'd love to hear from you guys too. If you pulled your charts up and you played with this, whether today in the live stream while I was doing it, or whether you did it on your own last night, I'd like to hear about that. Like the 3 or 4 that told me they used it and it blew their mind and they couldn't believe once it clicked, it clicked. Like, that is the reward for me. That's the payoff for me, man. It really, really is. That's the payoff. I don't even know how else to say it. But anyways, I just left that up there because I wanted you guys to see that and wanted to kind of provoke maybe a little conversation with you guys about that. But it's amazing, isn't it? It really, really, really is. Anyways, it can be used there and out here. As you can see, you have your box tops, the drop down of all 3 supports, the W up to the next box top, the drop down, all 3 supports, and I believe we're getting our W right now. I hope this doesn't come down for another leg. There is a potential because there's a W here on a smaller time frame, another box top down, and I'm hoping the W's here that would fulfill this the double, and this. Wow, where did I go? And this other macro double. Okay, and the other macro double here. Okay, so that's really what I'm hoping for. But anyways, here what I wanted to show you, and I think I freaking deleted them after the last video. I put a short video out on YouTube by request. I put it out on Twitter. I tweeted it out where I transposed the 2 fractals that I just showed you, right? So I'm using this fractal. We're here. I'm using this one, and I'm using the one down here before the January run-up that I showed you, right? And I made a little video and put it on Twitter last night, transposing those movements because I started playing with that at the request of a couple of the people in the live stream here. I started playing with it at the request of some people. They said, hey, man, check that thing out. So that's what I did. So just real quick, I'm going to do that. I thought I had them up, but I'll just do it live here with you. Screw it. All right, we'll go there to there. Oh, I want to get the run up because that you got it. It's got to be impactful with the run up, right? All right, you ready? See, I'm getting all discombobulated now. All right, there we go. From there to there. There we go. Let's pull this down here. Now, again, I explained this all in a video. I call that back there big brother, little brother, and I believe that's what's happening here. I've been calling this for a while, and I talked about it in a video where I put my time block vertical line, separating lines in. It's big brother, little brother, up, down low on support. Then there's big brother, little brother fractal in 2 separate time frames. Each block is 2 time frames up high, and now we're in big brother, little brother down low on support again, and I believe we're replicating the previous, and it's alternating, right? I pointed all this out. Go watch that video, man. I'm telling you guys, go watch the videos that I've put out. It will really pull this all together for you. It doesn't make me sound as nuts, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe I still do. I don't know. But anyways, it will. It should pull everything together for you, okay? So go check those out. Now, the thing I hate about these things here is, like I said in the video, if you can do all kinds of stuff with these, I try not to manipulate them much, right? You see what all I did there. I'm not gonna really fandangle it and try to get it in there, if it doesn't belong there. But I just want you to see, that little bit of just movement that I put on it, and it lines itself up pretty well, right? So with that being said, if I bring these down, I'm looking at the left double, right? If I bring it down to the pennant here, pennant support, right? It shows a drop out of here for this next double. Before I move up, a rejection literally at the descending wedge, a pull back, another fake out, breakout, rejection. I mean, absolutely lays itself right in here with the fractal outline already there, that it would actually land real close to where it's at in the future as well with this grind up out of here. Okay, but if it were to do that and it broke down here, we're looking at $20.50. If I bring that down to where this bottom comes down here to the megaphone support, right? That brings us down to the macro descending wedge and even maybe a fake out breakout. Let's just call it there. That way, if it goes below it, we're prepared. We're looking at $19.15 right there, $19.14. So right around $19 if it were to come down in here. You can see how it's staggered a little bit. Granted, it's not going to be absolutely perfect. And I'm sure I could make this, pull it up. You can fandangle these, but that's what I wanted to show you there, the levels on that one. The other one, let me delete this. Let me go weekly. The other one's going to be here. From here to, no. Come on, up to there. All right, let me shrink it. Send it up here. Go back to daily. All right. Shrink it some more. All right, this one here, I need to pull up. All right, there we go. So there's that one there, okay? Oh, my bad, y'all. Right there, there we go. Somewhere in there, right? So we'd be somewhere in this area of the pennant. We would stay, or in the pennant, the descending wedge, we would stay somewhere inside of that. This one's not a grind up. If this were to play out, this is a parabolic move. This is the confluence of support, double-double. They're both double-doubles, but this one is the parabolic and the other one is the grind up. Now think about that in context. What are the box tops, right? We got a box top here. We got a pull down here. We'd get the W here, right? What's the next move? There's only 2 moves. You either get a parabolic or you get a dissolve into the next box top, right? The other fractal from here that I just used, this is a dissolve in this scenario down here compared to this is a dissolve into the next box top right here that would be outside of here somewhere. This scenario is the parabolic. So what are the chances of that too, right? All lining up, it's got to be one or the other. We already know that. But here I gave you both scenarios with potentially matching previous historical fractals from AMC. So I wanted to see them both on here and overlaid on top of here and what it could potentially look like, okay? And if it's that one, this one here is going to stay, you know, like I said, in the descending wedge around the, and I mean, it could potentially come back down to $20.80, $21. And it could be down there, and this would just have to get moved down here as the actual bottom. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, I think that's it. I wanted you guys to see them. I wanted to put all this out on the table for you to see. I want to talk about, you know, the atmosphere today and you guys. You guys were amazing. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Let me know in the comments, like I said. Respond, interact with me in the comments. I read them all. I don't have time to respond, but I read them all. Trust me. Especially you people that actually are supportive. So, and see what it is that I'm doing and what's going on here. So, thank you very much. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow, like always, from market open to market close. 9 a.m. we start the live stream. And I will go ahead and pin the links and stuff for all the other stuff, Twitter, Discord, everything in the description of the video. And that'll be about it. So we'll leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If I don't see you in the next video, I will hopefully see you in the live stream tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Have a good night, guys. Talk to you later. Later.